Smack It Off the Podcast is coming soon. Why would you assume something different? Smack It Off the Podcast is preparing now to tell you why your team is so horrendous. Oh dear, what a shame. Always the same game. Loser at all things. No luck that it brings. Fails at every try. Can't help but sigh. Clumsy and in wit. Can't seem to quit. Trips over on feet. Defeat is so sweet, pathetic poor soul can't reach any goal. But hey, don't you fret, you're not beaten yet. Keep on trying, friend, maybe luck will bend. Smack It Off the Podcast is coming soon. Why would you assume something different? Smack It Off the Podcast is preparing now to tell you why your team is so horrendous. Oh dear, what a shame. Always the same game. Loser at all things. No luck that it brings. Fails at every try. Can't help but sigh. Clumsy and in wit. Can't seem to quit. Trips over on feet. Defeat is so sweet. Pathetic poor soul can't reach any goal. But hey, don't you fret, you're not beaten yet. Keep on trying, friend, maybe luck will bend. Trips over own feet, defeat is so sweet. Pathetic poor soul can't reach any goal. But hey, don't you fret, you're not beaten yet. Keep on trying, friend, maybe luck will bend. Trips over own feet, defeat is so sweet. Pathetic poor soul can't reach any goal. But hey, don't you fret, you're not beaten yet. Keep on trying, friend, maybe luck will bend. Trips over own feet, defeat is so sweet. Pathetic poor soul can't reach any goal. But hey, don't you fret, you're not beaten yet. Keep on trying, friend, maybe luck will bend. Trips over own feet, defeat is so sweet. Pathetic poor soul can't reach any goal. But hey, don't you fret, you're not beaten yet. Keep on trying, friend, maybe luck will bend.
Dr. Balls is a
Fuck you looking at? We the basketball pimps. Dr. Balls in the house, slinging truth like limp dicks in the gym.
Yo, Dr. Balls roll deep, pockets kings from the north to the east, ballin' like a motherfucker, pockets fat, Glock cock. We the squad that knows all, spittin' facts, no cap. Hustle from the streets to the booth, stacking rats off rap. Scrawny clowns try to front, get your wig pushed back. Don't try to fuck me around, pussy, that's a lyrical attack. West Coast crews in the 6'4", hydraulics bounce the beat. East Coast bar slice deep, leave you leaking in the street. Loyalty's the code, fuckers ride or get ghosted. Betray the fam, end up floated like a snitch in the ocean. Dr. Balls diagnosed the game, he the doc with the prescription. Truth serum, straight fire, burn your weak ass conviction. Dr. Balls in the house, ballin' like a motherfucker. Pocket has it, tells it like it is, no suckers getting covered. Balls knows all, yeah, the realest in the spot. Don't try to fuck around, scrawny clown, get popped. Dr. Balls in the house, ballin' like a motherfucker. Street code certified, better bow down or suffer. Yeah. From the trap to the mic, we pimp the game like hoes on the ab. Surviving bullets and bullshit, now we laughing from the pad. Bitches flock to the pod, thirsty for that raw feed. Dr. Balls drop knowledge bombs, make them kneel and concede. Hustle never stops, flip a dub to a milli overnight. Enemies plot, but get folded, we the kings of the fight. G-Funk vibes sliding through the hood with the top peeled back. East Coast punchline crack jaws, leave your grill intact. Nah, scrawny motherfuckers bark loud but fold under pressure. We the basketball pimps, dunking on you clowns for pleasure. Loyal to the soil, rep the block till we bury. Dr. Balls in the house, podcast legends never hurry. Dr. Balls in the house, ballin' like a motherfucker. Talking, toss it, tells it like it is, no suckers getting covered. Dr. Balls knows all, hey, the realest in the spot. Don't try to fuck around, scrawny clown, get popped. Dr. Balls in the house, ballin' like a motherfucker. Street code certified, you gon' go down to suffer. Yeah. Final round, silly fuck scatter like roaches when the lights hit. Dr. Balls built an empire off the grit and the fight spit. From slinging dope dreams to viral streams on the net. We expose the fakes, watch them sweat, place your bets. Motherfuckers envy the glow, try to dim with the shade. But we armored up, street codes engraved like a blade. Ballin' harder than Shaq in his prime, rim shatter supreme. Like the past, close to the streets, living life like a fiend. Scrawny clowns stay pressed, but we don't entertain. Dr. Balls drop the truth, leave you stained in the pain. West Coast laid back killers with East Coast instinct in the house forever. Bow down, that's the distinct. Dr. Balls in the house, ballin' like motherfuckers. We know all. Tell it like it is. Fuck around and find out, clown. Peace.
Ain't that complicated? I'm sipping the wine, riding this train to glory. Got my cash on my mind all the way to hell and back. We don't play, we attack. Fuck 'em all, your team sucks balls. Stay out of my track. Ain't nobody dissing me and walking away unscathed. Smacking off the podcast, we ain't afraid. Rolling in these streets like a king, reaching for the paper until the final bell rings. Up in ya, where the hustle never sleeps. Bitches talking still, but they ain't too deep. We riding that glory, train full of fire. Light away, motherfucker, we're going higher. We're going higher. We're going higher. Street life too fast, no time for regrets. Dodging all the hate, no time for your threats. I'm clocking my mileage, trunk full of ambition. Every bar I spit, man, it's a street composition. Run the blocks like a boss, never take a loss. All these fuckers in my rear view, paying the cost with me, crew. Yeah, we ride or we die. Got the city on my back, watch the haters comply. Up in ya, where the hustle never sleeps. Bitches talking still, but they ain't too deep. We riding that glory, train full of fire. Right away, motherfucker, we're going higher. We're going higher. We're going higher. We ain't slipping. Hell no, we ain't. Every step I'm pimping. Hell yeah, we say we creep. Podcast spitting fire while these poles are
and let my true colors glow. I'm gripping on the path and I'm killing the scene. Ain't no stopping this train, just follow the dream. Fuck them all, I'm the realest, see the truth in my eyes. While you motherfuckers fumble, I'm the one that will rise. So bring your best game, but I'm calling you bluff. Cause when it's all said and done, man, you ain't that motherfucker up in ya. Where the hustle never sleeps. Bitches talking still, but they ain't too deep. We riding that glory, train full of fire. Either way, motherfucker, we're going higher. We're going higher. We're going higher.
Your team is sucking donkey balls, big old hairy donkey balls. Bounce it, donkey balls. Your coach is a clown. Your team is sucking donkey balls, big old hairy donkey balls. Bounce it, donkey balls. Coach is a clown. Your team is sucking donkey balls, big old hairy donkey balls. Bounce it, donkey balls. Coach is a clown. Your team is sucking donkey balls, big old hairy donkey balls. Bounce it, donkey balls. Your coach is a clown. Your coach is a clown.
Donkey balls are bouncing all around. Bounce up, bounce up. Balls, donkey balls. Balls, donkey balls are bouncing all around. Balls, donkey balls are bouncing all
These motherfuckers right here. Yes, these motherfuckers right here. Fuck them. We don't want to talk about them. It's getting boring as fuck. These motherfuckers right here. Yes, these motherfuckers right here. Fuck them. We don't want to talk about them. It's getting boring as fuck.
Dr. Balls is a presentation of Smacking Off the Podcast.
In the house, what's going on? The doctor knows who's going down. Dr. Balls will know. In the house, what's going on? The doctor knows who's going down. Dr. Balls will know.
All right, everybody, welcome back to this Smack It Off presentation of the Dr. Balls segment. What's going on with you, Doug?
What's going on?
All the fun and excitement in the whole world, and we're talking a little college basketball. Do you want to talk some of the football that went on too?
We can, but we'll talk basketball first.
Oh, there you go. Now, did Ed join us tonight?
Ed is here.
I'm right
Ed,
here. Yeah.
Bruce.
Yeah, I'm here.
And we got Bruce too. Hallelujah.
Yeah,
We
we
got
All
it.
right.
voiced it all.
Sean called in. Sean said that he was called into work or something.
He's got important stuff going on in his world, that's for sure. Real responsibilities, unlike me, right?
Well, I mean, sometimes when he don't show up, he's on the fucking road. He probably don't even know we're podcasting. But tonight, the way that he hit us up and said he was called into work, that means he was probably already had his headphones out.
Yep, he was ready to do it, man. But unfortunately, the responsibilities caught him, and he's not able to talk about college basketball and his conference.
These are the ones you want to miss. I mean, there's interesting stuff right now, but it gets so much interesting as time goes on.
Well, it's kind of heating up a little bit, though. I mean, I'm watching a pretty important game right now. Virginia at Louisville, and they're up by 8, and they've been up a size 15 on Louisville at home.
Important because you want Louisville to get their ass whooped, right?
Oh yeah, it's very important. I love to watch Louisville lose. It's special, and it's also special because it leads into a discussion that I think everybody knows a little bit about. Since we're easing into college basketball season, just like you're saying, Doug, these games are very important. But people's being on the college football has been so compelling and so special that people is easing into college basketball, except for most avid fans. And so we've got a similar discussion going on in college basketball that we have in college football, and that has to do with NIL and things of that matter. And what's interesting about the game I'm watching, Virginia at Louisville, is that Tony Bennett retired. He was a great coach at Virginia, won a national championship, right? Yes, Tony Bennett was a great coach in my opinion. But they played a slow play game.
Fuck.
Ed, I thought you said on something sharp and it went right up in you.
No, so I have a herniated disc and a bulging disc in my lower back. It used to act up pretty often. 2 years ago, I started going to acupuncture, and it's pretty rare now. But a week ago, Monday night, like an idiot, I was using my 45. I was doing deadlifts with my 45-pound kettlebell and a 20-pound weighted vest on, and my back went. And started to get better, and it's generally pretty good, but it normally doesn't last this long.
So
and when I lie down, what?
When you screamed, was that about your back?
Yeah, I mean, I literally just moved, and
you hit the right spot.
Yeah.
You know what, Ed? Yeah. I thought that Michigan was playing, and they just hit a fucking 3-pointer.
they had a whole different. No, and didn't Michigan kind of just had a whole different experience in that, didn't they?
Oh fuck!
Oh goodness!
Dr. Balls, you have to jump in there.
Oh yeah, so
in there.
That's what really happened, Jan, is that Michigan was undefeated and they just lost their first game. Now, who did they lose that game to, Ed?
Wisconsin at home. And also, we had a narrow escape at Penn State by 2. So,
Ed, check out for right now and come back if you get better. Man, I do not want to be forcing you to do podcasts right now. I mean, I've had back pains before, and
well, talking doesn't hurt unless I'm talking to my wife.
And that can be painful.
Well, she and I simply cannot have a conversation that results in progress toward resolving anything. It's impossible. And
Yeah.
yes, this is now all over the internet, but it is what it is.
Ed, when did Michigan lose?
Saturday.
Yeah, I knew. I made this picture before Michigan lost.
Well, keep this in mind. Early in the season,
I got you.
we
I mean,
were
it don't mean much.
destroying people. We beat San Diego State by 40, Auburn by 30, and Gonzaga by 40 on back-to-back-to-back nights.
You
Now,
beat Gonzaga?
what?
You beat Gonzaga?
By
They beat 'em badly.
40.
Whoa.
So,
Yeah.
What the hell, Bruce? Did that happen over there or in Michigan?
it was at a tournament
I
on a
don't
neutral
know.
site.
I really do. I think
okay.
it was a neutral site.
But the point is, that made them look like the most dominant team in the country, even though they never overtook Arizona for the number 1 spot. So, recency bias got me thinking like these guys are going to win the Natty, and maybe they will. But everybody comes back to earth. So that level of dominance simply couldn't continue over the course of the season. So at least they're slumping a little bit now and not late. We'll see. Long
There's
season.
always adjustment time. Yeah.
That's right. There's plenty of time in the season to get
It's
that
a
figured
long
out.
season.
Yeah.
We're just cracking it open right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then of course Arizona's still undefeated. Iowa State's still undefeated. They're facing Kansas, who's no longer in the top 25, which is interesting tonight.
Nebraska is undefeated.
Yeah.
Ohio State got beat this week too. By
Wait, isn't Indiana undefeated too?
In basketball?
They
No.
might be.
No,
No, I don't
Bob
think so.
Bob Knight's dead, Ed. He's
So
deader
this
than a
is-
hammer.
So which poll is this, Doug? Because the poll, ESPN has Louisville at 20. I found that interesting. And then I'm watching Virginia, and they actually have them at 16, and this poll has them at 19. So whatever poll, ESPN's poll for once seems to be more accurate in terms of where those teams are at.
Well,
And this
since
team has Kansas.
I can't tell you what poll it is, it's got the Dr. Balls logo beside it.
Well, then that's the most accurate one there is. And this one, Kansas is ranked, which they are not in USA Today and ESPN. So they, Iowa State would be a ranked game, and so it'd still be a quad one win for them. And that's what's important this time of year is that when you get opportunities to get quad one wins, then you should do it. It's interesting in this ranking that Michigan is 8 and Gonzaga is 9. When Gonzaga lost by a huge number, but early season to Michigan, but they both only have a couple, 1 or 2 losses. So, I mean, that just tells you how much time is left. But there's some teams I think that are not going to turn around that have had problems. I don't really believe Michigan had problems. I just believe it's hard to beat the universe every night.
It is.
Tiki Doms wasn't in the country for the Gonzaga Michigan game, so that's probably
Damn.
what happened.
Well,
That's what happened right there.
The
Yeah.
other thing is when you're playing at a high level sport, most teams, when they see a particular team dominating everybody, they don't get intimidated when they're going to face them. They prepare extra.
Yeah. That's what you try to do. You look at facets of what the other team does, and then you see what you can take away and or exploit, right? Because you can't stop everything they do, because one of the reasons a team is great is either because they're well-rounded or they have a transcendent player or even a couple of them. But you have to look at them and see if there's anything they're doing that you can exploit, whether they're sloppy with the ball. You know what I'm saying?
And they also realize that, hey, we really need to prepare for these guys or we will get our ass beat. And then that extra preparation causes them to be more competitive. If they have the personnel to hang with them, and a lot of teams will.
And that's why it's hard to add it's Ed's point there. That's why it's hard to judge a team by what they did in the early season tournaments because the teams haven't played very many games. There's not a whole lot of film, so there's not a whole lot of time to prepare for whatever opponent could. So let's say you went to the Great Alaskan Shootout and you had 3 possible opponents, right? You can prepare for the first one. The first one's on the marquee, but the second one you have less time to prepare for. So you can take stock in how much talent the team has or how quick they've come along, but not whether or not they're going to win the championship from what happens in the Great Alaskan Shootout or whatever tournament. They might
It wasn't that, but yeah, point taken.
Yeah. So Maui, they might have been in the Maui Invitational. That's one now, guys. If I could play in a college basketball tournament that was anywhere that wasn't, that was preseason like that, early season, I'd want to play at Maui. Wouldn't you all want to play at Maui?
Bruce would.
I know I would. Hey, if I could move there tomorrow, I'd do it.
Oh, who would, man? It's just like fancy.
How expensive is it over there? Is it worse than Washington State?
Oh, fuck yeah. I'd get out of here in a heartbeat. If I could afford it, I'd do it, man.
I heard y'all's communist mayor's upset right now, Bruce.
Oh, she's a work of art.
Now, out of curiosity, Bruce, is it true that the natives dislike newcomers so bad that if you lay on the beach, you ain't paying attention, they'll drop a rock on your head?
No, it's not that bad over there.
The
natives really, at times, like a lot of the people, if you go to the beach, let's say at 2:00 in the afternoon, a lot of the natives are getting off their hotel jobs and stuff like that. And they'll give the mainliners a hard time, but a lot of times it's pretty cool over there. It's not.
Did they realize how much money this is bringing into their fucking economy?
They don't give a shit. A lot of them are on state revenue.
They're going to be better off if we never showed up, though, Doug. You got to admit that. I mean, it was near paradisial, right?
I mean, it wasn't Gilligan's Island, but it was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
it's gotten so horrendous. Like when I was over there a couple months ago in October, it was just. I mean, going to Lahaina was just a major. It was an hour-and-a-half drive.
Goodness.
Ed, have you ever been to Gilligan's Island?
No, I haven't.
God damn it, Ed. We could have talked about that for 10 minutes. I guess we'll have to go back to basketball.
Don't they have a highway that kind of rings the whole island of Hawaii, kind of the main island?
There is.
Is it mainly bridges?
What's that?
It's probably mainly bridges, right?
No, there's no. I can't even remember a bridge.
There's not really no rivers there. But
it's multiple islands. So you're just talking about the main island.
I'm talking about Maui itself. There's a one main road that goes almost entirely around the island.
So there's no bridges. You can't take a car from one island to the other.
No.
Oh.
It's an hour flight. Like if you go to the main island for Maui, it's an hour flight.
Wow. Okay.
But here's why I asked that, Doug, is because there's a race called the Isle of Man TT. Isn't anyone familiar with that? Well, the Isle of Man TT is a race where you take a motorcycle and it's timed how far you go around the entire island of the Isle of Man. And they're just getting through the middle of town with the onlookers standing beside the road and stuff like that, and out in the country and every way. And guys have reached well over 200 miles an hour on a motorcycle there, and people have died, right? Well, so I think they ought to expand that and make it bigger and put it in Hawaii. And so, I mean, I'd like to try it personally. Like if I knew I had terminal cancer, then I've got enough money right now. I could probably buy the ultimate Honda motorcycle over me because since I've rode motorcycles for over 40 years, I only consider Honda, right? But anyway, and I'd find out what was the most radical Honda motorcycle that was ever made, and I'd head to the Isle of Man TT, and I'd either win it or die. You understand what I'm saying?
I do. So Bob, what's Kentucky's record?
Oh, they're not looking good. I think we're like 10-7. We've lost to all of our major rivals, right, including Duke, North Carolina, and Louisville, right?
Is this this is the second year for Duke,
Co-
right?
for Coach Pope. Now he's a pretty good coach, and there's been some injuries, and but it's a high level team. And really, the truth of what's going on with Kentucky, even though they're bringing up the point guard low, but they already had a point guard that started showing last year, Chandler, that I believe could carry the load. The problem is defense, guys. They're not playing Kentucky level defense. And last year they got.
But what will they by the end of the year? Because I've seen Kentucky do this so many times, even under other coaches. It ain't just a. Who's your favorite guy that went to Arkansas? What's his name again?
Calipari.
Yeah, it ain't just Calipari. I've seen my whole life. I've seen Kentucky start slow sometimes, and end up being a
But
really
here's
good
the
team.
difference, though, is that under Patino, so he started while they were on probation, right? And under him, with the least talented teams he had, they played full court defense that caused more turnovers than any other team in the NCAA year after year. They caused the most turnovers, and then they were able to score points off those turnovers. And then
That's
really
kind of an equalizer, isn't it?
it is an equalizer, and this team is not playing that level of defense, even to the point of being sloppy and not knowing who your guy is or where he's at and that kind of thing. And that's why I think that they'll let Kentucky in the tournament, because how many fans we have and how big the program is, and probably like Duke. Though I've never seen too many Kentucky haters except at Louisville, but probably like Duke, there's just many people that hate Kentucky as love them. So. They're going.
So they're 10-7 right now. You said. So you feel like they're going to keep doing the same thing. They're going to win. They're going to win 10 out of every 17.
I think that they'll probably make a run in the SEC tournament because they're capable of getting on hot shooting streaks that nobody can stop. So that's the variable, right? Is they have the potential to outscore any team in the country if they get hot at any time.
Who's your dark horse right now, Bob?
What's that?
Who's your dark horse to win this year?
To win it, the whole thing?
Yeah.
I'd have to say, here's what's interesting, is one of my dark horses is BYU, who Pope left.
Mm-hmm.
And then my dark horse to win it all is I'm looking at Virginia right now, and I've been kind of following what's been going on there with Coach Odom and the NIL money that's been spent there. And I have to say Virginia could win it all, guys. Virginia plays defense and is a great shooting team, and they've got some talent, and they're not slowing it down so much that you fall asleep during the game like they've been known to do in the past. See, the problem with Tony Bennett teams was this, and he did win an Natty, and he won the Natty the same way Indiana is going to win the Natty Monday night, right? But how he won the Natty was by out-executing you, right? And in the course of that, he would stretch out possessions to the limits of the shot clock.
Well, that's how he's always done that. I mean, that's
right.
That was
Well,
the
that's
tempo
changed
that
there.
he liked his team to run on, was that let's drag ass. you know?
Absolutely. You're right, Bruce. But here's what was wrong with that: was on the possessions, if you didn't score or you didn't execute, you had less time to come back and get in scoring streaks.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
so here's how I believe that. So if you do it perfect, you win that way, and he did win. Congratulations. That was a great team, by the way. Didn't you think, Bruce? Great team.
Yeah.
And because the way they were able to
Well,
let
when
execute.
you can control the tempo of the game like that, and your two guards can offset each other, and that sets you up for some real good action.
So now you've got that level of discipline, and they.
Well,
So now you've got that level of discipline, and they've picked up the tempo.
uh-huh.
So I found that very interesting. Now, I think Arkansas is pretty interesting too, Doug.
What's their record?
I think they're like 14-5. Let's look that up. I've got a bunch of stuff already queued up, but that is not one of them. So let's see. Arkansas basketball record, but the reason that I like them is the same reason you liked them last year. Is because they do play defense. They
Who
just
liked
can't
them
get
last
the
year?
ball. So when Cal Perry was not last year, but when Cal Perry was the coach at Kentucky, you made valid points that at any time they can heat up and win it all, and that's because they played defense, and they and that's still a factor. And they do have talent; they got all kinds of talent, and so the point is, let's see, why are they showing women's basketball? That's ridiculous. They, oh yeah, we got to talk about that too, guys.
Mac Brooks, he didn't mean that.
They're 12-4, right? So I was real close. So anyway, they 12-4. So they've got as much chance as anybody. Now here's teams that I feel have the most chance to win it, and I feel that's Arizona, UConn, and Houston, and Duke.
Tell me, how's Pearl Jr. doing?
Well, they've had some ups and downs. I mean, didn't they? They got beat by 30 by I think by Virginia here.
They got beat bad by Michigan too, didn't they?
And by Michigan as well. And then so Auburn probably will make the tournament, but right this minute, I mean, they've had their moments. Alabama's down a little bit, but I think their style is going to perk them up by the end of the season because they'll get better at it.
So
And
is Teddy Bruce hanging out on the court?
he's sick. I mean, I hope he's not in a bad way.
He's got cancer?
Yeah. So he's the bad. That's why he retired. So I hope he's not in a bad way. I kind of like Bruce Pearl. Once you can cheat open.
Jesus Christ, their fucking their coach got cancer at the same time, didn't he?
Yeah.
Sorry, their football coach.
Yes. So what's going on in the water there?
I don't know.
You know? We're gonna have to anoint everybody. So Coach Pearl should get together with whoever's left in their Christian crusade there and have a big baptismal with them. They can bring out regular Baptists and they can lay hands on them and anoint them with the oil, the whole 9 yards.
I don't know. Being down at Auburn and stuff, I don't know. Every time you talk about this, it reminds me of Oh Brother, We're Out Now.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the baptism scene and they were all singing the shit. Yeah. I don't know.
They were flooded. Now I kind of looked at it. And they were either flooded one side or the other of the border of Western Kentucky and Western Tennessee, where the land between lakes and Lake Cumberland and all that stuff is. Those gigantic lakes, Lake Barkley, Lake Cumberland. I think that because it showed their homestead being flooded and his dog and his pomade floating away, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to a lot of the South. A lot of people don't know about, Doug. And that's going on around you, where they flooded the whole big piece of the country here and there.
Do they do it on purpose?
Yeah. Impoundments.
Yeah,
The Tennessee Valley Authority. I figure with you having spent time in Alabama that you'd be well acquainted with Tennessee Valley Authority, but here's the summary.
Yeah, I absolutely am.
Yeah. So that was a TVA project that flooded them out on Oh Brother, Where for Ardell. So
that's a great fucking movie, though, isn't it?
yeah, it's great. It's fucking outstanding. It's one of the few movies I've seen since I'd say 90s that was truly great. And Sling Blade was another movie I felt was truly great.
Sling Blade, I would say also The Big Lebowski.
The Big Lebowski. Oh yeah.
And those are two. You got two Coen Brothers movies right there. Big
There you
Lebowski and.
Who do you think is the most talented of the top 20 of the top? Let's say 25.
Who's got the most players, the most talent? I'd say Michigan and Duke. So if I had to say who's most talented, Arizona's right up there with them. Arizona's got a nice combination of being really good. They're obviously well coached and got a lot of talent, but I'd say Michigan has the most talent. What do you think, Ed?
I think they have a very strong combination of shooting and bigs.
Yeah, and the bigs can run. See, which is always Purdue's problem. Even though they did win a natty, but they had a with it, and Purdue looks good too. And I think that Painter's got away from guys that are slow at foot, you know, and so that's interesting to me. But if I'm looking at the talent, I got Michigan, Duke.
That's a big
Arizona.
team, Purdue. I watched them the other night against UW, and they got some big strapping men.
You know, if I'm a Tennessee fan, I'm like, can't we get away from these fucking Commodores? Because I mean, seriously, are they for real? I mean, this team's number 3. I mean, that don't mean much at this juncture of the season, but
I think they're a solid team, but I want to see more of them to make for sure. And just like right now, I think Tennessee is basically ranked off for reputation, especially Coach Barnes' reputation. They're losing to Texas A&M right now as we speak. That gave me
by reputation, you mean by fucking pigs up the ass?
Yeah, that kind of reputation. Banjo's playing and shit, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what's that, Bruce?
Bob, what do you think of Kansas for this year? Have they regrouped and or restocked the cupboards?
Well, they've tried to, and they've coached themselves a pretty good coach. But now that everybody can openly cheat, he don't have any real advantages. And the problem for them is the same that I was kind of hinting at earlier. That's the same for college footballs. If you've got enough money, you can buy a hell of a team. You can buy a hell of a coach.
A bunch of kids this year. Sprinkle went out and spent some money, and we got some little mix of foreign players and there's some talented guys. We got some great point guards and an awesome, two really good guards. Zoom, I can't remember. Zoom Danilo is one kid that is looking pretty good for the UW. So we have some talent, but we kind of upset Ohio State the other day, which I don't think they were expecting that. And we played UCLA tight. We played other teams really good, but there's some nights, man. You can just see we have about 5 kids that are on sitting on the bench with injuries too. So
the Big Ten's gonna be tough, and I think Nebraska's legitimate. I think they've played a pretty tough schedule, and to this point in the season, their ranking's fairly accurate. So let's look at the Big Ten just in this top 25 that Doug has posted. We've got Nebraska, Purdue, Michigan State, Illinois. I mean, let's go through Iowa, and Iowa has had historically some great basketball in the past, but it's been a while. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams in the top 25. That's almost a third.
Yeah,
it's almost like so. I mean, it's a strong conference, and Ohio State's nipping at their heels as well. And let's look at the conference standing on that, which I think I guess Nebraska would be number 1 now, but let's see. I haven't signed up for your newsletter. No thanks.
I'm really going to have to dig in and start doing my research. And
I have one question.
Nebraska and Purdue are tied for the conference lead. Purdue's 15-1. What's that, Doug?
Ed, are you still alive?
Yeah, barely.
You're hanging on. I see your vape. If you're vaping, you're breathing.
Yeah.
Now, Ed, are you a Kansas fan?
Not at all.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to sing "Baby, Hold On" to you, so you keep on hold on.
Well, I'm not a Kansas fan, but I just they can always piss in the rice bowl and upset you.
Oh, it's about the bad Kansas. I'm
yeah,
the bad
dust in the wind and carry on my wayward son.
Yeah. But as far as Kansas goes, they've got a lot of talent, Bruce. But other people has bought as much talent as them.
Well,
right?
that's NIL money. That's what's doing it. It really is. There again, it's affecting not only football, basketball.
So you look at that and you think, well, if a lot of teams are spending more money and they're making a commitment, I mean, initially, initially, when Coach Bennett retired, a lot of people retired. A lot of people panicked a little bit, and they're like, they didn't think they was going to have the same success they had, but they threw some commitments at it, and I think that's one of the reasons they have a chance. And then you got Arizona; they had been in scandal after scandal. Yeah, they continue committing resources and money to it. They've got big boosters and donors, and
They like their basketball, so does the BYU school. I mean, they have deep pockets there. They're not poor.
So they picked well on the coach. Tommy Lloyd was assistant at Gonzaga for 20 years under Mark Few.
Real long time.
And he likes player diversity, diverse rosters, honesty in recruiting, so he claims, which is interesting coming out of Arizona, which is one of the most penalized teams in NCAA history. But so Arizona's recruited well. He's a good coach. He comes from a great system, and there's more resources available to him than you would have at Gonzaga, for example, right? But Gonzaga recruits well, and players stay a little longer in general, so he's able to develop them. And so you got two kinds of coaches. So Coach Few can obviously recruit, he can get people ready, and he can develop them. Well, then you got players that can only develop the big game. Well, we ain't saying he can't, but he hasn't demonstrated the ability to win
game, and that's what counts.
Right. So, what I'm just saying, yeah. So we're looking at different styles of coaches here. Then at Iowa State, that coach there, they've had some success. The Big 12 keeps getting tougher and tougher. The bigger the Big 12 got, the tougher it got. But like a rising ship, it's bringing up other teams too. And he hasn't won it, right? But he was able to develop players. And now that they can buy them, it's interesting where Iowa State's resources coming from. How much of a commitment do they got? Obviously, they feel good about what he's doing, and it doesn't cost as much to run college basketball as it does college football. So
it's kind of interesting how Gonzaga is going to fare in the Pac-12 this year, because that's whole new territory for them. They're not going to be as independent as they were and beating up teams earlier, padding their record, and now they're going to have to play some pretty talented people.
Well, they're going to get some more money though. That's the thing. So they're going to be able to,
because it's a really small school. It's not a big school. It's kind of like St. Mary's in Moraga and those schools.
Yeah, and see, it's a shame that Sean wasn't able to join us because he loves to talk about the parochial schools, and I do too. They're a big part of college basketball.
Oh, I'm a big Catholic school fan because being, when I played ball in California, everyone had to go through them, whether it was them or Pepperdine or, UCLA or Riverside, Cal Riverside. They're all very strong. UOP had strong conference teams for many, many years.
I don't want it in here.
Yep, and that's all the conferences has changed as a result of two things: is who's coaching and the NIL. The SEC has gotten a lot better over the last 5 years because coaches have come into the league, like the coach at Alabama, like Coach Barnes, Coach Pearl, unfortunately, who has health problems, but he elevated that team, and the whole league was fortified with coaches. Well, that's one of the aspects too. So you got to pay those guys, and in the end, I think that's who's going to win.
I think the SEC has improved the quality of athletes they're getting, especially at Alabama. Louisville is another team.
But they're not in the SEC though.
I know they're not in that league, but what I'm saying overall, the SEC teams have really improved the quality of their athletes.
Maybe in
They're real
basketball.
athletic and tall, lanky. Yeah,
I think in basketball, in football, it's kind of going the other direction.
I'm sorry to say it is. I'm in agreement with you.
Is that an aberration, Doug, or do you think that that's a result of the changing climate of it?
I think it's a change in climate. I think the SEC is going to have to get used to a different world, and it's going to take them a couple of years to adjust. but they will adjust. Now, will they be the top conference immediately as soon as they adjust? Probably not. It's going to be tough. It's the top conference is going to bounce around a lot because this is very, very random. What we've got going on right now.
So what's interesting about that to me is the North has always had more resources than the South. Any way you look at it, and including money, right? But most of the Northern teams didn't have the commitment that the Southern teams, and the Southern teams got commitment outsized of the local GDP. But for someone like an Ohio State or Michigan, there is money to be tapped and there is support, and it's hard to break through that. And as far as the Southern teams go, since none of the Southern teams are truly associated with Atlanta, other than Georgia Tech, and they're not really a blue blood, they have to develop their own economies almost. I mean, there's nothing really going on. No offense to Alabama, there's nothing really going on there that really generates ignorant amounts of money to where frivolous things like football can be supported wide open. Unlike Texas, where you have oil money and things of that nature, for them in the South, they're the ones that can have huge commitments money-wise and spread them out even among several schools. Right?
Yeah, that's the big thing that is, I think, influencing both football and basketball is that corporate money.
I mean, Alabama does have deep.
Going to be located at, and it's
Alabama does have deep pockets, though. I mean, I think
the Birmingham area with Aerojet and stuff like that you have there, propulsion system.
Yep.
Rocketry.
It's a thing that I really think that the boosters right now are still trying to adjust to this. They didn't really believe it at first because Saban tried to tell them. You remember when Saban jumped all over Jimbo's shit? And then he said, look, we're going to have to pony up. Yep. Because he was already seeing the trends that the people that could pull it off wasn't doing it.
Mm-hmm. And see, that's the problem with Kentucky is that the commitment's no problem, and the money's going to come in just like you're saying it will for Alabama because that there's so many people behind it for so long. But the problem is who do you get to guide that ship? And that, in my opinion, that's the problem at both Alabama and Kentucky is that that they have coaches at the moment that are adequate, but adequate isn't good enough at programs like Alabama and Kentucky. And that's why the comparison is because Alabama, especially in the South, it may be the greatest program of all time. In my opinion, Alabama's only real rivals are Notre Dame and maybe Ohio State. No offense to Michigan. And they, as far as who is the greatest football program of all time, and the same thing with Kentucky, they have no modern rivals other than Duke and historically only UCLA. So the support is there and there's money behind it. It's whoever can steer that ship. Right now, Coach Pope is having the same success that he had at BYU, right? Which he had some success at BYU, and I'm skeptical that his system is good enough to take a team beyond that level of success because I haven't seen anything different than that. The difference between him and Pitino, if you want to compare young coaches that's coached at UK, is that when Pitino was young, he had already taken small schools to the Final Four and been hired by the pros, right? I mean, because he had success outside of what his resources were. And he was able to get the most out of the people he had. So when they were on probation, they had big runs, but that didn't count. In the 1990 season, they were 26-7, and on paper they won the SEC. So, but that didn't count because they were on probation. Well, that was unexpected. And he had leftover players, new players, on and on and on. So a guy like him at that time, when he had that level of energy, could take players, have them ready for the season in time, right, and develop them over long term and tactically coach. And that's the whole everything that you have to put together to not only win it but to continue to win it. Of coaches that's out there at this moment, that's in the teams in their coaching that's out there this moment, that are on that level, you have to say that only UConn, Duke, maybe Purdue, maybe Michigan State. Yeah, those are the ones that can win the championship based on their ability to put all those factors together. Now, people can get on a hot streak, or they can have the best players in the country and just run everybody off the map, and that's kind of what Arizona's capable of. That's what Michigan.
How about Louisville, Bob?
Louisville will go to the tournament, and they're not going to make any noise. And the reason I don't think they're any good is they're really unbalanced on offense. And they're big as a guy out of Egypt. He's got a nice game, but they're not really centered around him. They're taking more 3-point shots than any other team in the country, right? And they got McNeely, who seems like he's played forever. He used to play at Syracuse, had some big moments in big games at Syracuse, and he's a great shooter. And they've got a few other players, but they're taking too many threes, and they're not doing anything to set it up. And they're playing decent defense, but they're not a championship level team by no means.
Hey guys, I'm gonna drop off. I just took a muscle relaxer a few minutes ago. I'm starting to get goofy.
Goofy. Oh, I'll give you a gummy if I could fax it to you.
You could have goofed up the podcast there, Ed. Hey,
Well, I got a pen a few days ago. I walked. It was at the. I'll say this for you. I was at the vape store getting coils, and they sell THC products. And I asked the guy, do you have something that will either help me sleep or shut my wife the fuck up?
Yeah.
And he reached behind the counter and he said, this will do both. And I said, you realize you can name your price.
Well, good luck, Ed.
Thank you, guys.
Take
All
care.
right.
of yourself.
Talk to you Sunday, hopefully.
Yes. Yes. All right. Night, guys.
There you go. Well, yeah.
All right, so fuck Michigan. God damn it.
Fuck Michigan. Now, I think Michigan's an interesting program because how many programs can both win or at least have a sustained level of success in both football and basketball? And Michigan's done that several times. Now, didn't they win the Natty in both football and basketball in the same year in like 89 or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that.
And so, I mean, that's interesting when you can do that. And Florida's another program that's capable of that.
Was that the
And,
year their coach actually left and they went ahead and run his ass out? He was
Yeah, they
going
ran
to
his ass
Arizona
off.
State.
Yes, and then they brought in Coach Fisher, and he won the national championship.
Yes, sir. And it was
You brought
Simbackler. He said,
Dale Fisher in.
yeah, he told the departing coach, get the fuck on out of here. We don't want you here.
Yeah, it's crazy, but they done it, so fuck them, you know. And that was a great.
That's a team concept, man. Rally run your family with a bucket full of shells.
Yeah, I agree with you. They had Glenn Rice, who was a great player in college. He was really very versatile. He reminded me of there was a few guys like him, like Johnson, that played at UNLV and later on played at the Knicks. But he was a very versatile player, strong game. That was a great team. And they,
He
as
was
far
a
as
big bodied guy, man. He was good.
Was
he had a handle too.
Was that the last Michigan national championship?
In basketball.
Yeah.
As far as I know of, I can't remember Michigan winning after, even though they came close in 94 and 95. And
Well, let's
then
not fucking do it again. Let's not do it again this year. Goddamn.
they blew it against North Carolina because they Chris Webber called a timeout that they didn't have. And then they actually beat Kentucky in one of those Final Fours, or the Elite Eight going into the Final Four in one of those years. It was that year, I believe, in 94, but that was an off year for us.
Well, Bob, what can we do to get them out of the picture?
To get Michigan out of the picture?
Yeah. Can you make the phone calls?
Yeah, we could. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Well, Illinois is in it, and you know everything about Illinois is crooked. I'm sure I can call my friends up around Chicago and Kankakee and
Referees.
Yeah, and get some people hooked up there. So, And that'll be the bane of Michigan is the teams that people think that they should beat, is they have to be careful to not overlook them because the Big Ten's loaded, man. I mean, all the way. Iowa's a good team. I like what they do. Shout out to Mackenzie Brooks there, and they. I like what Illinois does, and they've got some strong guards, and they're pretty patient. And Michigan State's obviously well coached. Coach Izzo's been around a long time. He knows what to do, and they're capable of being strong in the tournament. So that's where Michigan State is interesting. Is even if they just somehow squeak through the regular season with the ranking coming into the tournament, he will have developed them by then into a really good team, and he's got all kinds of coaching experience in the tournament, which means a lot. And then you look at Purdue. Like Bruce said, they're all huge. They got massive size and they can run.
And their guard play is very, very good.
The fucking Boilermakers, man.
It's not shabby at all.
They'll grow hair on your chest.
A well-balanced team.
Now, Nebraska looks like a team that's really hot.
That's what I was going to say. I don't want to be an asshole, but I'm just going to go ahead and pick Vanderbilt and Nebraska in the national title game.
I'd like to see that, actually. What if Nebraska basketball paid for Nebraska football this year?
Oh man, I don't know. It looks fucking weird. Just both of these teams in the top 5 looks weird, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, and then what's that?
For me, it's hard to go against Arizona. I mean, they're perennially in there year in and year out.
Shit's going to hit the fan when Austin Parrish hears about this.
I know they've had some really bad coaching decisions in the past, but they retool. They're in there. You know,
the problem is for them and Iowa State is they have to play each other, and then they'll probably rematch at some point in either in the conference tournament and maybe even again in the NCAA tournament. So. That's going to be a real.
What a change up in the world of college basketball is to have Iowa State and Arizona being arch rivals now in their own conference.
It is. I mean, it's interesting. Well, Iowa State came from the Missouri Valley originally, which was a strong conference, and somehow now they're.
Tell me, Bob, how's the Pac-2 doing, or is it the Pac-2 this year, or is it? It's bigger, isn't it?
Well, no, they're going to Pac-12, I think, pretty soon.
Well, I heard Pac-8 is the next step.
Yeah, it's Arizona State. Well, Boise's joining them.
No, hold on. Arizona's going in there?
Yeah.
Are you sure they're leaving the Big 12?
Who? No, I'm not Arizona. I'm just.
Oh, sorry.
There's Sacramento State.
And they're all states.
They're all states.
San Diego State, Fresno State.
Boise State's joining them.
Yep.
Gonzaga's joining them.
That's the only one that's not a state school.
Right. And
well, they may be a state school. They're not Gonzaga State.
So yeah, so it's going to be an interesting mix. And I think they have something good in basketball will come out of it, you know.
Oh yeah, it'll be interesting enough. We'll see it develop, but none of those states, either Oregon State or Washington State, has had a little success here and there, but neither one of them are really what you call college basketball powerhouses. But they'll want to carry that because
they always have teams that can ambush you.
So here's my question though: Is the new PAC conference, are they in PAC now?
I think it's two.
Is it still 2?
I think it's supposed to be this year. They're supposed to, or maybe next year.
Well, it is this year. This year is now
26. So I think they're coming up right now.
So the right this moment, Arizona's not Arizona, but right this moment, the Gonzaga's not affiliated with the Pac-12 this moment, are they?
Oh, okay. So, well, yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
But I think it starts with college football season, but I could be wrong about that.
So we're looking at the Pac-2 still.
basically.
All right.
I'll check it out tomorrow.
All right. Go
I'll have
Beavers.
more. I'll have more on it tomorrow. I mean, for next time we meet up.
Next Tuesday.
Here, I can check it right now. I just realized how I can check this. I've got some information already up here. Let's go to the conference standings. All right. America East, ASA, Atlantic 10. We'll go through that real quick before it's over. Who's leading what conference? Big East, Big South, Big 10, Big West.
You know what I'm seeing here that I'm surprising I don't see is teams like Baylor, teams like Creighton.
Creighton's down a little bit. They're like 10 and 7. MEAC, Mountain West, Utah State, San Diego, Grand Canyon, Boise State, MVC, Murray State, NEC, OVC, Patriot, SEC. Yeah, Vanderbilt is still undefeated at 16-0, by the way. Southern
16
Conference.
0. Shit, they ain't fucking around, are they?
No.
Are we in conference play, Bob?
Yes, people are in conference play, even though there's still there's random non-conference matchups here and there, you know, still left to go, but nowhere near as many as pre-conference.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to start watching these games, Bob.
See, I'm not seeing a conference standing for the Pac-12. That's very interesting. And I'm looking what they the Mountain West before. So there's no. I'm on the official NCAA.com site, by the way.
Right.
And I'm looking for the Pac-12 or Pac-10, wherever they call themselves that. I'm not seeing them. But also, here's the Mountain West, of which Gonzaga used to be a member. Is that not correct?
Yes. Well, no, wait. Not.
No, they were in the WAC.
Yeah.
Oh, the WAC. Okay, let's go to it then. Western Athletic Conference. I've got them up to Sunbelt, SWAC, WCC. Here we go. Utah Valley.
Santa Clara, St. Mary's.
They're in the WCC, right? The West Coast Conference. So
that's where they're at.
And they're
San Francisco State was another basketball school.
So Washington State is now ranked 5th in the W. So Washington State at this moment is in the West Coast Conference, and they are 8-10.
So they're pretty good, Bob.
Oh yeah, well, the Oregon State is 9-10 overall, and 2-4 to conference, and they're 1-2-3. So they're counting Oregon State and Washington State as being members of the West Coast Conference.
Oh, okay, interesting.
So evidently, these are the teams that are going to be in the new Pac-12: Gonzaga, St. Mary's, St. Clair, San Francisco, Washington State, Pacific, LMU, Portland, Oregon State, San Diego, Seattle U, and Pepperdine. Oh no, that don't sound right, does it?
No, it don't. I mean, I guess it sounds all right in basketball.
No.
So for the purposes of basketball, Washington State and Oregon State, formerly Division I teams, are playing former AA teams, right? And
that's, I think, just for this year. And then next year they slide into the Pac-12 conference with San Jose State, San Diego State, Boise, Gonzaga.
Yes, I hate. So that's I thought that very interesting, and they so they could win if somebody won that conference, then they would get a bid to the NCAA tournament. But that's the way the NCAA tournament equalizes that situation is with the seeding. So if you won, so if you're the University of Bumfuck Egypt and you won the conference of also rans, then that don't make you anything but a 15 or 16 seed. Right? Mm-hmm. So in the case of Gonzaga, the reason that they've had good seeds is that they're bold and they do what Doug recommends to every up-and-coming team. And what do you recommend to every up-and-coming team, Doug?
Go fuck themselves, Bob.
To go fuck themselves. And they do that by playing all comers.
Absolutely. Oh, so you want me to apply that shit from football to basketball now?
Yeah, that's where Gonzaga is worthy of respect.
That's they're not Notre Dame, so you can't equate being a private school to have that clout. You
Well,
know?
no, but they play the teams that take right in order to get recognized. They, for example, they played Michigan. So all throughout the non-conference schedule, they're traveling all over the nation playing the best teams in the country. So I got to give them credit for that.
I think there's
Yeah, I agree, Bob.
some historical thing with Gonzaga. Few has had them in the dance every year or in the playoff or in the tournament every year, and he does well, and he gets them to the 8 or the 16, and then they're bounced. So, and he recruits, like you said, he recruits well. They played well in the WAC at that time when they were in the West Coast Atlantic Conference and Pacific Conference. So, no, I just think I think Gonzaga is the outlier, I guess you could say.
Yes, but they've had success beyond their stature. They just haven't shown ability to win it. But the curiosity for me is, where does the money come from if you're at Gonzaga?
He really finds. My next door neighbor played for him, Mark Few. Casey, I'm trying to think of Casey's last name, but anyhow, he played at Gonzaga, and he just recruits very, very well, and he hunts around for that specific athlete. I think that plays well in the system.
Yes. Yeah, I've noticed that. He liked a guy that could shoot, that was tall, had a little bit of a handle. He loved to play. He loved to play the high low with a big man that could shoot and a guard. I thought that was pretty good
Casey
skill.
Calvert was his name. It was my next door neighbor for many, many years, and then he and his mom moved away after he finished school there.
Nice.
Well, guys, we'll be back to basketball. The very next Tuesday. But we've got a big one coming up Monday, and of course we will be meeting up to talk about it Sunday.
Huge, massive. This could be like a massive, historic, beyond belief kind of game.
It could, Bob, and I know that you're a Miami fan, and it was kind of interesting listening to you a minute ago talk about how Indiana's going to win it, and I agree with you. I mean, on paper, just what we've seen, it don't look like Indiana can go down.
Well, they have to have a huge breakdown.
Yeah, I mean, Miami is playing in Miami, and we've seen this kind of shit before historically.
Oh, yeah.
But that doesn't mean it's going to happen this time.
Oh, yeah. The Canes could win it. I mean, they definitely have offensive and defensive line. Here's why I think the Canes can't win it, is because the quarterback is Carson Beck.
Yeah. I mean, to me, Indiana looks like a machine. He's not even recruiting. He's not recruiting stars. He's recruiting athletes that fit into his scheme, and he's done an excellent fucking job. Now, do I think that we're going to see an Indiana team like this every year?
No.
God, I hope not.
I mean, it. But wait a minute now. Wait a minute. We can't. At one time, I hear us say, and this maybe tell me if I'm wrong. We love how the season worked because there was no outwardly demonstrative team that kicked everyone's ass,
except Indiana.
And except now we have the real beast.
Well, Indiana kind of snuck up though, like they were kicking everybody's ass, but nobody believed it. They were like, they're a good team, but I don't believe it. I mean, I really thought that Ohio State would take care of them.
Ohio State, they had all the talent.
Yeah. Bob, did you have Ohio State in that game?
I rooted for Indiana because I hate Ohio
State. Who did you pick though? I mean, you may have picked Indiana. I don't remember.
Oh, I picked Ohio State to win.
Yeah,
So
I did.
I thought, oh, like you said, Doug, they're going to handle him. It didn't happen that way. They mistreated. They've been the bully boys this whole season.
Now I'm trying to figure out, has he caught lightning in a bottle when it happens?
No,
But
I
I mean,
don't
he's
think
got a great team chemistry like I've never fucking seen. The last time I've seen anything like this was maybe in the early days of Saban at Alabama, and that's because I was paying attention.
Exactly.
The execution is
That's
so
our
crisp.
football team that is so well balanced. And I know you think I'm full of shit, but I really like their linebackers. This whole season they had showed me game in and game out. Those kids those linebackers are great.
They're like 25 years old too. I mean, the guys that he brought in through the portal were all very experienced players, so they were able to be trained and put into a system and execute. And that's what's really all about. And why I believe they'll win over Miami is because when you make mistakes, which Carson Peck is prone to do.
Okay.
Hold
And
on,
other-
Bob. Hold on,
What-
Bob. He didn't bring in pro players in the portal, did he?
No, but what he did do was he got 21 transfer players who were seniors this year on offense, defense, and special teams. That balances your team out more than anyone else.
Yep, they got all that experience everywhere. So they you just plug and play guys.
But the average age of that team is 22 years of age. So it's not an old team. And I to some degree I want to say, oh yeah, that senior has that impact. But yet there again, that's a young team.
I'm gonna make a prediction, y'all. And
All right.
this is a walk in the fence prediction. But if Indiana whoops their ass, we're gonna come back on the very next show. It'll be Dr. Balls, and we'll have to mention it because it'll be the day after. And we're gonna say who didn't see this fucking coming. If Miami wins this game, we're gonna say the same fucking thing.
No, I don't think Miami's going to win.
Yeah, I mean I don't either.
like
But
your
if they
team
do,
too.
we're gonna say okay, it was set up perfect. This
I
team,
like their team speed. I think they can. That's a team that is pretty damn mobile.
So sorry. Indiana is in the fucking zone. Miami to beat Indiana has to get in that same zone. If they do, they probably got more talent than Indiana.
They won't
But-
out physical them though, Doug. They
You're
won't.
probably right on that.
They won't.
But they're going to have to win.
Miami's capable of out physical them, though. They've got the guys on both sides of the line that can push people around. But I just don't believe they're as well coached as Indiana is, and I don't believe that they're as efficient, and I don't believe that they're as
You
difficult.
got to admit though, it can happen on a given day.
On a given day. Yeah,
Well,
sure.
that's the thing about a game for all the marbles, Bob. It can happen like that.
We love them.
Miami's going to say, we're at fucking home. This is Miami. Fuck these motherfuckers.
So that's why they can win, though. They can win because they do have the horses on the offensive and defensive line to push any team in the country around. And when they were able to exploit that is when Miami's been successful. When they haven't been successful is when Carson Beck throws the ball to the other team.
No, or when they played an opponent that at times sneak up on them and put the hurting on them. They've sometimes they're their own worst enemy at times that I've seen this last season, where games where they thought they were going to win and that opposite team snuck up on them and held their feet to the fire. Cal was one of them, remember, in that game?
Yeah, Cal was interesting because you didn't know what they'd do from game to game. They had some interesting wins, and they traveled across the country at great length and still played well. So hats off to Cal. I thought they had a decent season.
Yeah, and Cal's got a good new coach in Tosh Lapoy, who's coached at the UW. He's coached at Oregon. He's very well qualified. So no, he's going to do well.
And then back to Mackenzie Brooks. So Iowa has about the same results in football as basketball this year. So you got to say they're a great program.
I guess so. Yeah, a great sports. A great athletic department, right?
Yeah. So
And
that's
they got an old time coach there. You know, he's been around the track a few years.
You talking about Hayden Fry?
Yeah, not Hayden Fry, the new one.
I was trying to trick you, Bruce.
I know you were, but no, I like the new coach.
Kirk Ferentz, right?
Yeah, he's long a tooth.
Yeah, he's definitely one of them guys that he does just enough, right?
yeah.
Just
I mean,
enough.
if you can finish in the top 25 every year, I mean, you don't have to be Alabama as long as you dominate your region on TV.
Yeah. I mean, you have to admit they ain't had Chuck Long since Chuck Long, right?
There you go. Or what was the other one?
Any team I hate playing nose to nose anytime is Iowa. Those farm boys come to play.
Oh yeah.
Bruce, did y'all play Indiana this year?
No, we didn't. Next year we will.
God damn it, Bruce! If y'all had played Indiana, we may not even be talking about this right now.
That's true.
Stuck up on them, but yet when you shit your pants and against Wisconsin, I mean, but that's life.
We'd be right now. We'd be talking about Tulane versus Miami, wouldn't we?
Could be, yeah.
You know how
or James Madison and
exactly something.
In the era of all these portal players, that a team could execute as well as Indiana is very interesting, right? Is he really that good at getting guys ready and having them prepared and disciplined?
We're not going to know for sure. We're not going to know for sure.
Would you want to have him as your coach?
I would.
And look at him on the sidelines, how he looks at people.
I would have no problem with that.
The shit out of you.
I mean,
I would.
Saban had a different person, but yeah, it was kind of the same thing. But Saban didn't look like a serial killer, but it was in the ballpark.
That look he gives it's like a ray gun, just penetrating. If you got outplayed on a play and he didn't like and he felt that you gave up the ghost, oh fuck.
You know what? We're really not going to know about Indiana until we get into multiple years. I mean, they did good last year and they got knocked out in the first round of the playoffs. And then now we've got this. And if they win it all,
this is scary shit.
And even if they don't win it all, we're still going to be like really paying attention to Indiana next year, right?
No, no one's gonna. He's not gonna sneak up on anyone.
Oh no, that shit's over. It's completely over.
Yeah, it is.
As long as he's there, he's gonna be a threat. It kind of reminds me of who's the old Wisconsin coach?
Barry Alvarez.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Barry Alvarez. He was like the boss hog of college football coaches.
Oh yeah, he was another one that was just an intimidating coach that you didn't want to go back and have chit chat with him after you fucked up.
Yeah, he had to step in one time and take over for like the first guy that took his place, and he couldn't make it or whatever. And Barry Alvarez had to come in and like finish up a year. Do you remember that shit?
Yeah.
And Wisconsin sucked that year. But they were right on the bubble of making a bowl, and then one guy left, and then Barry Alvarez comes in and goes like 3-0 to finish the year.
Yeah, there's those that type of coaches.
Those guys, you don't find them anymore. It's very difficult, Bruce.
No.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. So it's Sunday.
Let's do it Sunday.
Yeah, we got big shit to talk about. Sean better fuck the NFL and get onto the segment, right?
He's got to get with.
I talked to him 2 days ago. He's really busy, and they're at work. They got him because they're trying to do some stuff with the last minute. They're hoping that they don't get because every time they have a shutdown, government shutdown, everything comes to a crawl. So if they're going to be making moves, they got to do it now before the shutdown comes again.
While there's funding available, they
We got a lot of shit going on. Is he still in the military?
Yeah. He's in fact he took a new
He's unit commander now.
Yeah, he's
All right, so
he's going to be going back to Michigan.
we got serious shit going down right now. He's well beyond that. He ain't fucking with National Guard type shit, but we may be seeing a lot of National Guard here in the next year.
Yeah, in more states than overseas.
Yep.
Especially everywhere they're trying to defraud the taxpayers, sending money overseas.
Yeah, but Trump spends more money on golfing games, Bob. Right?
Well, he owns 11 golf courses. I think he can afford them.
Yeah, but the taxpayers on the hook, according to somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Oh well, I mean, I doubt that. I mean, he makes money off everything he does. He's like Gene Simmons.
All right, I want to rock and roll night and party every day. See y'all Sunday.
Okay, take care, Doug.
Bob, say anything. Say something.
Fuck your team.
Later.